Hi everyone, we're going to show you the changes from the pulmonary side in Ascent 2.2 from 1.4. First we're going to highlight the admin changes. The big ones in the admin changes, we have the date, time, number format. What this basically means is that they can set what country they are going to default to, and the formats will be based on those settings instead of what the Windows or computer settings are set to. If we go into the site settings, one of the big changes is the option to override GLI max age, and when this is checked, it will allow all GLI authors to calculate predicted values for ages beyond the limits currently set in the equations. Also, we have now the auto and the manual 6-minute walk test available, and there's some settings attributed to these changes. If the none setting is selected, the automatic 6-minute walk setting will be used when the test is started. If the 6-minute walk license feature is inactive, the manual 6-minute walk test will be used when this test is started. If you have enabled selected, the automatic 6-minute walk test will be used when the 6-minute walk test is selected in the scheduled tests section of the patient visit information screen. The manual 6-minute walk test is available, but only if you right-click on the 6-minute walk icon and select Switch 6-minute test type, manual auto, in the test queue. And we'll go into detail on that as well. And the other option is default. So if that selection is selected, the manual 6-minute walk test screen will be used when the test is selected in the scheduled tests section of the patient visit information screen. The auto 6-minute walk test is available only, again, if you right-click on the 6-minute walk test icon and select Switch 6-minute walk test type in the test queue. So we'll again go into further detail on how this is enabled. Also, the ATS 2023 pleth settings hyperlink will bring up a configure ERS ATS ERS 2023 pleth settings. If this setting is activated, the following limits can be adjusted. First, we have pant quality limits. The pant quality measures how well the regression line approximates the closed loop pant data, and the limit between acceptable and usable defaults is 0.97. The limit between usable and unacceptable defaults is 0.95. We also have a pant thermal drift limits. The thermal drift occurs when successive closed loop pants move in the same direction, measured from the y-axis. The limit between acceptable and usable defaults to 2, and the limit between usable and unacceptable defaults to 3. And finally, we have the end tidal drift limit. This is if end tidal drift occurs when successive and expiratory peaks move in the same direction and is only measured when breath stability is less than 15%. So less than? Greater than. Sorry. Unstable and tidal lung volumes are usable in the absence of significant drift in either direction. If this setting is activated, the following is true in the pleth settings F5. The can perform raw is enabled, but the FRC selection box is disabled, meaning raw efforts cannot contribute to lung volumes. We'll show this in more detail here. Also, perform SVC maneuver is enabled. If the patient is unable to perform a linked slow vital capacity, This can be manually deselected. However, the SVC effort will be flagged as unacceptable. Repeatability will be set to FRC within 5% and will not be adjustable. Closed panting frequency must be greater than 30 and less than 60 if an obstruction is detected, or 90 if no obstruction is detected for acceptability. The TLC formula will be set to FRC plus IC, which is also not adjustable. And the TLC calculation and best effort will be the TLC formula using average IC ERV, which is not adjustable. Also, if this setting is activated, then the SVC settings, the average IC and ERV are forced true, which is not adjustable. Since we're in here, the settings, one other highlight we want to show you for FVC, we do have a new patient incentive type for train, in addition to the 3 previous incentives. Also, 6-minute walk has similar settings to what users, if they had Breeze, might have been used to. They can set the test duration, lap length, intervals like fatigue scale, Borg scale, warnings for SpO2 and heart rate as well. And also lap length for feet and meters would be set in your unit settings. Okay. Going down the line for administrative tools, pretty much everything is similar and the same as before. We're going to highlight a minor, actually a big change in reports. A setting that show values outside limits in red is now active. Again, this is a report setting separate from the test settings themselves, and that also includes the unit settings. So the unit settings in the reports are different than what the settings are within the testing application.